Working. Hold on. Mic, yes, mic is working now. Here we go. All set. I didn't say anything important, guys. Don't worry. The only thing I said is I'm going to get my coffee, and that's what I'm going to do right now. So I'll be right back. We're going to let the 150 to 210 macro just run and see what it does. That is between the yellow lines. Then we'll get into it. FOMC was obviously quite interesting again. Let me quickly do this. Okay. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to get my coffee quickly. I'll be back in 1 minute. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Oh, so I got myself my nice iced coffee. It's nice weather, so when the sun shines, I like my iced coffee. Hey Dave, how are you doing? Good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Now, let's go over. Did anyone trade FOMC yesterday or watch it? Um, okay, it's Thursday. Had a great trade last night. Sold the Asia high for 260 points. Took it in my EVA funded and personal account. Was a nice trade. Wow. Sold the Asia high. What time was that, Dave? I didn't really the Asia high yesterday. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at your trade. I think it must have been. Okay, I guess you were in London. You took the trade in London. What time did we create? 2:15. So we took the Asia high. Did you take it already here in London before we went below the Asia high again, or did you wait until the Asia high was broken again? Yeah, 3 o'clock here. The pre-market was pretty awesome. Yeah, I was looking at it. I actually also took a trade. Hey, Trader Shop. I also took a trade in pre-market. I actually took it to a 15-minute old breaker. I can't remember exactly. A 488, I think. What was it? 88 somewhere. I didn't take the whole leg, but it was it 988 somewhere here? I think I took it back to the daily open somewhere in this area. I can't. I think I took this whole leg, but it was after think it was after 8 o'clock-ish. Yeah, it was after 8 o'clock. Yeah, I took this leg here. Um, I took this leg here because I was out and I came back and then I had to. So I was looking like, oh, um, yeah. So I took this here and then I just wrote it down. I think it was 988ish. I can't remember. I have to look back on my journal. I think the breaker was somewhere here. I believe it was 988. I took it somewhere to here, to this liquidity level. Yeah, this was it. Yeah, so this was my trade, somewhere from here to here. And then I overstayed a little bit. Then I gave some back because I was a little bit, I'm like, okay, just wait. Then I waited for FOMC and then I had another good trade after in the 215 macro. But you could have entered already at 2 o'clock, to be honest. In hindsight, when I was journaling it, yeah, this was the trade here. That was my trade here in the pre-market up to 988 somewhere here. So somewhere here, yeah, about 100 points. Yeah, that was 100 points in the pre-market. And then I managed to take part of this, but I didn't take the whole. I didn't take the whole. I didn't manage to get the whole trade, unfortunately. Yeah, that's yeah. You know, when you have a trade like that, you shouldn't even be bothered. But hey, listen, FOMC is a moneymaker. It's always two-stage delivery. It always works the same. First comes the fake move, and then comes the real move. Okay. Are you long now, Dave? I did notice that the delivery, even though it was nice, the delivery wasn't clean as we have normally. It like goes down in one leg, and you have like a really fast delivery. And even though the FOMC delivery was actually still very choppy, and it went down, but it didn't go down like very smoothly. It was a lot of back and forth. And then if you look in hindsight, it looks like one leg down, but it was very, you know, when you don't have your proper entry, you could have been, again, it goes almost back to where you would enter, and then, you know, things like that. I noticed that. So it was really either you had a good entry and then you have to sit through all that back and forth, back and forth. So even though the delivery was still there, it was still a little bit, I don't know. We're just in different times, I guess. Things have changed a little bit, and it's just not smooth still. But still, I mean, there are opportunities. But they are hard work. I mean, normally I sit back and I just watch, but now I'm like, oh my God, what is it doing? And, you know, your entry is still good, but it just goes back so far back, and it just takes 10 years of your life. I'm kidding. It's really like, we need to adapt. But hey, who knows? I think it will change. Yeah, I'm also not too, this looks bearish on the 1 hour, right? But, let me switch off the NWOG and I'll go over the 4 hour. I am bearish until, I'll show you guys. Bullish until, let me switch this off. I'm gonna put this off here. And I might have to switch bias, but we are at 50, oh, we are not at 50%. 50% is here. We are between 60 and 70% of the weekly range already. So the question is, what are we going to do? If we look at the weekly, let's have a look at the weekly candle, guys, because it's Friday, it's Thursday already. Let's look what we have been doing. We created equal highs here on the weekly, right? We went up, we are back down now. So the weekly doesn't tell me anything at the moment. Now what does the daily tell me? We filled the gap here. So that's why I left the gap open. The only thing that I see here is these equal highs that I like. And we have a very, very small wick here. So I'm more bullish than bearish, and I'll get over it why. Even though it looks bearish now. Now we did go into this bearish fair value gap. Okay, so let's watch this 4-hour. So why is this a tricky area? We have a bearish fair value gap and a bullish fair value gap. The bodies are still above the 50% here. Now let me mark it for you guys. If we break this fair value gap, I can see us go into this area here, and then maybe tomorrow we could get a TGIF into this area, then maybe back into the range. But I can also see, I mean, in all honesty, do we have news today again? Yeah, for me it's too indecisive because we've got this bullish for 4-hour FUG that we're still, either we're going to disrespect this or we are going to go up. So I'm going to wait. But I'm more, I mean, you can see what's happening already in the, now. This looks bullish, but I'm prepared also for, let's see. Let's see what we're doing in this range here. We've got an, do we have a balanced price range here? Yeah, we do, but not here. We don't have anything balanced here. Okay, let's see. Yeah, so I'm, yeah, DBT, even though in hindsight, if you journal and you're looking at, it's like, oh, look at that, it is such a nice move. But the way it moved, even FOMC, it did deliver. But the way it did, I love FOMC because it's just, it is just, but even how it moved to the way down, it was just horrible. It was just, I was like really, I got really frustrated because a couple of times I was almost, because I was trying to pass an eval, I just needed 10 more. It was just, and then it went back up. It took me ages, and it was just very stressful at some point. And actually, at some point, I still missed $500. I was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm done. I'll just make that $500 today or tomorrow. But normally I would have done that in that FOMC, but I was just, back and forth, and I'm like, and I'm like, okay, now I'm done. And then I gave back a lot, and then I made it again, and I'm like, okay. FU. Now I'm done. So if my entry, if you really needed to enter here at the 2 o'clock, where was that for? This one, the candle here, the manipulation wick, and then you're good to go. So that was, but if you enter here, somewhere here, you are subject to a lot of back and forth. It was very, I mean, yeah, it was a cynic. That's a nice way to put it. But to be honest, scenic. It was already you already seen the route. You go back. It's like, what the f? We already been here. Let's just go further. So yeah, you saw that too, right? Yeah, I mean, so it's really important in days like this to have like the really proper entry, like in the manipulation week, which is, but even though here it just took too long for me to get there, and I just yeah. So money still made, but 10 years of my life. Oh, let's make it 5 years because the money makes up for something. But anyway, yeah. Now, if you look at this gap, guys, you see there's a gap here, right? So what did we do in this gap? We gave it sell side, but it's still unbalanced. It still needs buy side, right? Because it's not balanced because it lacks buy side. Now, one can argue and say, well, we could still go lower and do that another time. But I don't know if it wants to do that this week. If it also wants to balance this range. Because if it will balance this range, I could see us go higher. Because once this is a balanced range here, let's say we go buy side, sell side, we might go for those equal highs here. But yeah, I mean, I was checking for news today. I wanted to see, I think we have news today, right? Don't we have news? So I'm just neutral now, guys, because I can see both. I can see this being a strong PD array, but also we are being held up in this one. So for me, it's just going to be, I just want to watch. And also we could just also just be accumulate again, right? Because you can see here we had a lot of accumulation, and I wouldn't be surprised if we get some accumulation. And I don't want to trade chop. I'll just wait for my large distribution moves. I'm staying out this back and forth, back and forth. I don't care. So I am expecting a little bit of chop in this area. I don't want to lose more years of my life listening to chop. That really frustrates me, to be honest. Okay, let's see. I would rather wait for the news than unemployment claims at 8:30. Ooh, I like that. And also, oh, Philly Fed Manufacturing Index. They have changed it to 8:30. Normally that was at 10 o'clock, wasn't it? And at 10 o'clock we also have orange for the new home sales. Okay, okay. If oh, and at 3 a.m. we have London news. So let's see. London, I don't know if that really will move the needle a lot, but claimant count change. I have no idea. Oh, and 8 a.m. also GBP, monetary policy summary. Okay. Okay, so I'm not too worried about London today. If it doesn't give me anything, it's just going to be Intel, getting Intel for the New York session. We love 8:30 candle. Yeah. Yeah, so if I look at this area here, I'm just, I think it's going to be choppy. It's going to get a situation like this. We'll see. We'll watch. Yeah. Are you guys using any higher time frame PDRAs to as your roadmap? What are you guys using to um, if you take this dealing range here, if I'm just using this one, we're at exactly at 50%, right? You see that? So 50% is always, you don't dibble in the middle. Um, but I'm looking only at this range here. That's 50%. Am I saying it correctly? Hold on. No, I'm saying it incorrectly. From here to here, that's 50%. I'm using the parent range here. Now let's look at this one here. Now, here we at 702. I like to see this gap for some reason now. I really want to see this. This is actually an end dog, right? Because it's from Monday to Tuesday. Um, you know what I'll do? I'll go back to B adjust and then I'll put the end dog on. Then I guess we have a little bit more data because I also want to see this. I'll do that. I'll do that. I'm just going to use this one for now. I just want one. Why are you not showing me this end dog? Oh, that's annoying. It only shows me when I put on B adjust, but then the point is I don't want to put B adjust on. I want to see it with the data. Annoying. Okay, well, I'll just grade you and then switch you off. I don't like it to have you on, to be honest. I wouldn't be surprised they keep these highs for maybe the news, right? So this might be for news. What do you guys think? Or this looks too bearish for me to trade a long from here. Um, Go to 1 hour fair value gap. This is a 4 hour, but the 1 hour is longer here. Yeah. So when you see like on the 4 hour, this is always very interesting, right? I'll point out. You see, this is the 4 hour that I marked here. Let me go back and show you. Um, you see the 1 hour is larger here. I always keep it on the smallest one. Because if this one fails, I know the 4 hour is already failing, then you already sort of know that the 1 hour will fail as well. So you just have your data sooner here. So if the 4 hour fair value gap is failing, you want to have it on the 1 hour because, on the 4 hour because you already know the 1 hour, this one will also fail. But if you put on the 1 hour, you're already missing your data, which the 4 hour is already giving you, because 4 hour has more value obviously than the 1 hour, right? If that makes sense. I think this feels a bit trappy to me, this area. So yeah, I am not going to engage yet. I really want to see either a fill of the 4 hour, and then I might get interested. So far, the bodies are still staying above the 4 hour FUG, but it looks pretty bearish. I'm not gonna lie. 233 ST macro. Let's see what you're gonna do. We do have previous day low. Yeah, I think it's gonna fill. I mean, it's just too weird if it does not. Yeah, I think it's gonna go down. Go down. Previous day low. The question is, when is it going to go down, right? This is gonna be one of those sessions, guys. I think we're gonna get this bullshit. Great scene. Hope so. It would be nice if it would break, then we know we get some movement, but if not, this is what it is. The slowness again. Hey, Hey, how are you doing, Rajesha? Oh, I have to close the door again. Hold on. Oh, guys, I can't tell you how much I hate this price action. very trappy. Hey Rajesh, I'm doing fine. I'm doing great. Okay, so yesterday I had to go to Home Affairs here. I'll tell you something how South Africa works. I love the country, but if you need to do things like, so I'm trying to get to exchange my Dutch driving license into South African because I don't want to go back to the Netherlands, but I have to just apply for a new driving license. So I really have to start over, like getting lessons and stuff like that. So I go to the traffic licensing department. Okay, you need to go to Home Affairs and you get your documentations need to be verified. Okay. So yesterday I thought, let me go to Home Affairs near where I go for the driving papers. So I came there early in the morning, so that's why I couldn't do a London session. And there are a lot of people there, and I mean, it's not like organized like that. You can take a number. No, just hundreds of people waiting. And then somebody saw me. What can I? Yeah, we don't have electricity for 3 days, so we can't help you. So I advise you to go to Richards Bay. Okay, well, Richards Bay is another 20 minutes drive. So I thought, you know what? Let me just do that today. I need to go to Richards Bay anyway to buy some stuff. So I drove to Richards Bay. So those are things that's so typical South African. You go somewhere, you have to do things, and then either there's no electricity, or the computers are not working, or you just wait the whole day. But when I got to Richards Bay, I was sent to like I think three different counters, and then finally it was like, no, you need to go to immigration. Immigration. Well, apparently because I'm a foreigner. And I had to walk all the way to another somewhere around the back of the building, and I was like, really, like, where is it? And then somebody, a guard saw me. He said, yeah, I'm looking for immigration. It's like a little back door, and then finally I got the right person. But now here comes the catch. She says, yeah, no, we only need your passport. We are going to fax. We're going to send it to the department. I said, don't I get proof? No, no proof. And I said, okay, so I go, yeah, you go back to the traffic department, and they will have it somewhere. I can already tell you guys, if I'm going to go there, they probably don't have it. So I got her number just in case. But that is how things work here. I just love this country, but those are just, you need all day just for one thing, and then you're not even there yet. So, but yeah. So that's how I'm doing. But I think I made some progress yesterday, but I have to go, I have to take another morning off because I have to go back again and things like that. So let's see, I can get it done in 6 months. Things go. That's South Africa. But you just gotta love the country. I didn't hope anyone tried to took it short. Maybe in the macro 250, 310, we might get one. I just don't trust this area at all. If it goes without me. But I'm just thinking it might either chop, or it's a trap, or it's just shit. I'm more interested. I will be more inclined in long entry, but the higher time frame doesn't look bullish to me, so I just have to stay out. But I would be more inclined to take smaller trades. But I'm not I don't like to scalp. I would rather wait for the New York session. If it's choppy or just trappy or choppy, I try to avoid. But um, I think this is a nice long though. I think it's been setting up all this liquidity for trade to the upside. New York midnight is above us. Um, but let's see. I don't trust it at all. New York above us, previous day below us, weekly open below us. We're hanging in a 1 hour fair value gap, in a 4 hour fair value gap. We're at the midpoint of the weekly dealing range. Where's my previous day EQ? Where is my okay, that's in. Okay, midnight to midnight is here, midpoint. So that would be far above Asia high. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm neutral, right? I'm staying neutral at the moment. Short term, I think short term trade, I would prefer the long. Short term, it's sort of a little bit of breaker setup here. Breaker, 1 minute fair value gap. Let's see if it retests it in the macro. We can try that. Let's do a breaker retest. Let's try it, guys. Just see if it works. Just paper trading it. Pure mechanical. No emotions, just pure money. We had a sweep here. We have a fair value gap. This is, and then I would target this created liquidity, I guess. But let's see. I might give it a go in the, hey Methodsy, how are you doing? How's it going? Okay, let's see if we get a retest of the breaker and the fair value gap, but it has to be in the macro. If not, I'm gonna let it go. And you see, even if this breaker retest trade would work out, if you can see, if I would go here for this liquidity, we are still in this, playing around in this range, so it could still go back and forth. It still could be part of the chop. So we could still anticipate chop and still take this trade maybe as a, let's see, what time is it? 47. I'm going to take it because 47 could be, and then my stop loss has to be actually below the breaker though. We'll see if it works. Just a paper trade, guys. I don't like this, but it's okay. The long will be invalidated if it goes below the breaker anyway. And it still validates my idea of chop chop. So that's okay. Choppy choppy. Hey Jane X, how are you doing? Priya, are you here? Are you on the stream? I don't think we can go over. Maybe we cannot go over this area. Let's see. Yeah, Andre, we have uh UK, but I've started tracking that a few months ago, but sometimes it really doesn't really move that much. It's just a little bit of a one little spike, and then it's already it's so limited. So you see how it's creating liquidity, guys. So this is actually very bullish, but we might get another leg down. And then this might be the new breaker, for example. So if this one doesn't work, you already are like, okay, look, what is it doing now? It's just creating liquidity. This is just creating liquidity. So if this fails, no problem. We just look for the next one. But then we have more liquidity that's been created for the move already. So let's see. But technically, I don't want it to go below this 4 hour, um, this area. That will be, I won't like it too much, but we'll see. That would, yeah, it could make another wick. That's okay. So what it could do, it could take out this low, take out previous day low, wick back up, and then it could still wick, so that we could still have on the 1 hour just a wick. So if it takes me out here, go to previous day low, wick back up, and then still have a body above. So let's see. I think it's going to take me out. Maybe not. We'll see. 252. Macro is starting. It might want to go for the previous day low in the macro. Let's see. Just for anyone who just joined, I'm just paper trading, guys. It's for me just to we're in an area of I don't really like it, so just paper trading. I'm gonna wait for the 8:30 news. Um, unless price action becomes really clean. And hi, Mushtakali, Mushta. I'm gonna call you Mushta. Sorry if I pronounce your name incorrect. So when you already see that, when you enter in a trade like that, when you see they're already creating liquidity, you actually just want to get out of the trade. here. You don't want to sit through it because most of the times when they create liquidity like this, it's not going to take it out most of the time straight away. So I think it will make another leg lower. So I'll be stopped out. I'll journal it time-wise and also just noting that, okay, creating liquidity, get out because you want to retest and you want it to go. You want it to go up. Not creating liquidity. That's just for later on. You just have it's just that it's forming your setup. So I do like it. So even though I'm going to be stopped, normally I would get out here when I see that, but now I'm just okay. It's setting up for a long here. This will just be for my journaling. That's how you start recognizing trades and okay, this is not an optimal entry because or it's doing this, I get out because it's not doing what I wanted to do. I wanted a breaker, I want to retest and boom, go. Also, this suspension block, I wonder what I think will happen is going to take me out here. Then we'll have a larger trade up, maybe up to here, taking out this liquidity. I don't think we can get over this. So I think we'll have a larger trades for somewhere from here, maybe. Let's see. Hey, Marathi, how are you doing? Hey, Zar Trader. Yeah, it's always when you have rollover, it's always weird a little bit. But um, I think we're also just in a it's everything together, which makes it really challenging, right? You know, there's still good trades, but it's so it really comes to the point that your entries have to be. It really comes down to good execution. That means you have to really get on point, very mechanical and very same like yesterday with the FOMC move. I think it was pretty awesome. The move again was very clear, very algorithmic, but how it moved was not easy. And if your execution was too late, then you are subject to giving back of your profits a lot of the time because it goes back and forth. Yeah, I'm doing great, Merit. Just paper trading because I just don't like the area too much. And we've got 8:13 news. So I'm just watching, just paper trading some things. Um, I hate that grinding and that slow back and forth. I just don't like it. Um, I traded FOMC, but it took so long before I got to my target. Okay, so I'm stopped out. Um, just very frustrating sometimes. I really find it. I get really aggressive. I don't know about you guys. Sometimes I'm like, oh my god, like just too long. I don't mind to sit from one macro to another. So if it's like a 200 to 300 point move or even 100 move, I don't mind if I have to take another macro. So it could be one, well, preferably not 1 hour, but maybe if it starts running at 20 past and then it does the finalization. Look, it stopped me out and it's going. So what happened? I put my stop just below the breaker here. But oh, this is actually okay. I missed something very important. Can you guys see what I missed? What's this candle? What do you guys notice from this candle? We went over it last week. Hey Nico, nice to see you. Could you analyze the charts on a 1 and 4 hour time to see possible movements for New York? Uh, yeah, I always have the 1 hour here. I had a bullish trade on and I got stopped out, and mm, I see now why. Okay, so the trade did work out to the suspension block, but I got stopped out here. Now, you see this candle here gave this little wick here because we had now I think the same will happen with this candle here. So I wouldn't. Hey, did you trade Asia string B? How did you do? I think there were some good moves, right? Nico, I will go over the four. Let us just want to watch the macro. I think we're just going to consolidate, to be honest. But I mean, for the scalpers, I think this was a pretty good move, right? How many points is it? I got stopped out on my scalp, but I actually wanted to have it go to here. But I did say I don't think it's going to go higher than the suspension block. So that means my R to R was just shit. I was a 1 hour trade if I would have put it here. So I'm just programmed not to do that. You could see that I actually said it and I put it here and I'm like, oh, and I put it back on even though knowing it doesn't work. Okay, now we're gonna take this one here. Here we go. It was just a 25-point trade or something. Not even. It's a very small trade. Yeah, New York has been. It's not easy, and like previous day low, it might stop here, go back into the ring. I will be surprised if it takes it out in this macro, to be honest, because lately it just stops at a level and then goes back up, and then it takes it out in the next one. If it takes it now, I'm like, okay, okay, you're surprising me on Q today. Thank you for doing it in one macro, and not that we have to sit through 3 macros before you do it. Suspension block pretty nicely. It was formed in the 152.10 macro, so working nicely. It did form the. So I guess it was a nice short from here. I still don't trust it. Why? Because it could still form, go back up and form another wick here. Like I said, go back and forth. So I'm just watching this 4 hour FUG, which is my roadmap for now. Um, so like I said, it could go lower and wick back up, and then again because it's a 1 hour candle. Like if we really start moving to the downside, at some point you'll think, okay, now the 1 hour will be closing. I can go to the 15-minute actually. It's more. Let's see. Uh, let's see. So like I'm just thinking we're gonna go get a couple of these like that. Scalper's Paradise. Yeah, okay, I'll go over the 4 hour again. Yeah, I totally agree. It's hard to find if you look at the how the market looks, you can't see bullishness, right? I agree with you on that one. But I have to, if we fill this, I mean, then I can see us go lower. But we created equal highs here as well on the 4 hour. But let's see if we start failing this area here. I mean, it's hard to to find a bullish trade from here the way it's forming, but we'll see. The thing is, when you're in consolidation, we could consolidate and still spike up. I mean, because we're just going, we can have crazy construct. It could happen in an area of consolidation. I didn't check the monthly, by the way. Let me check the monthly. I'll take this off for now. Yeah, I can't find a long, but I can't also enter a short in this area for some reason. As you can see, it's just you are horrible. This is very interesting, by the way. We are now exactly at 50% of this monthly wick. We're exactly there. Um, the month already took out this month. We already took the previous month low. Either we're going to go for this monthly low or are we going to go back up? I don't need this. The body here. Did we go into 50? Okay, we already went into 50% of the body. Damn, it's so everything is so conflicting already. It's like, and the full candle already we went into the midpoint. On the monthly basis, I would say we are ready to go further down, right? Because we already hit the 0.5 monthly. Okay, well, you see that 1 hour, the 4 hour fair value. You get that unmarked. How it matches with that all those wicks. How important it is. So I guess it's safe to say if we stay below it, I'm bearish. If we go above it, I'm bullish again. And I guess I can I guess that's it. Well, and that's why we're at this area. It's going back and forth, but um, yeah, I'm also looking at this 4 hour. I'm using this as a breaker, a retest, but then we are quite deep into breaker. That's why I'm not I'm sort of like looking. This now is my line in the sand. I don't know. One could also say we have a larger bearish FUD, and this one is very small, right? So I would think that this one is stronger than this one because it's larger. I don't know if that makes if that's really yeah. It's it needs it's going for that previous day low. It has to do it. Come on. Actually, I found the crossover between Asia close and London open a good time. 2 or 3 here and have to prep. Yeah, I actually made a video on that for the 2 a.m. move. Um, I actually think there's a lot of opportunity there as well. Y well, I want to see the gap method. So if I do the B adjust, for me, okay. So why? I'll give you my logic. So I tried to put the end dog on it, and I wanted to go back to B. I switched it off. Oh, hold on, sorry about that. I switched it back on, and so what happened was, okay, here you see it's gone, right? So then I put the end dog on, and I'll show you why I haven't tried yours, but I thought I already had this setting correct. Now look, okay, we have no gap here, but I thought then the end dog will show up on this gap, but it did not. I had to switch it back off again, and then it popped back up here. So 646653, and I'll go over the logic why I want to see it. See, it's not here. So I think that's something is off. And now let me try yours because I want to see that gap because it's the gap from is it Mondays? And I want to see it because we lack it's imbalance, and I think there is still possibility that we go back up into it to balance it. So that's why I want to keep track of it. So that's the reason I'm on this just to see that gap. I can mark it myself, but I think the gap is just more important because if I look at this area, I just don't see anything of significance that I can use. Maybe beside this order block, I guess, that's holding us down. Let me switch off the N walls. So I don't know, Method. So the indication there's no indication of that gap when I do B adjust. So that's a little bit disappointing. I would want to have that gap here. So if I go back to B adjust, I can see this. So I believe it's the N. See, it's Monday to Tuesday gap, and I really want to see it because you can see here clearly we lack. Um, We do have buy side, sell side here. Okay, previous day low taken. Alvin, we've been going over buys or sells literally the whole stream already, so I don't know why I can't see them, Mether. Do you know what? Do you understand why we don't see them on? So if I go back, for some reason they are not there. Um, so you see, guys, what's happening here? Why I don't like the short? Like only 1 hourly, it's gonna again the bodies are gonna go back over this 1 hour fair value, 4 hour, and we just get a wick. So for me, it's still bullish in the sense you still don't get a body closure in this fair value gap. So that's why it takes up previous day low, but it still validates my idea of chop within this area here because yes, it did take previous day low, but we're still going back and forth in this area. So like I said, so the suspension block to previous day low was a nice trade. I'm actually surprised it took it out in the MAC. Well, did it take it out just outside MAC? Well, we know we can extend them, right? Yeah, I mean, maybe I'm missing something, but I wanted to go back to switch it off or on, and then put it on here so I have the data so I can track it. Like, okay, what am I? Is it how balanced is it? And so I really want to see this gap. I want to keep this gap in my eyesight. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I can't find it on any indicator. So maybe I'm missing something. Um, ooh, nice trade. Love it. Yeah. Let's see if the suspension block holds again. So that's the reason why I put it on this now. I just want to keep an eye on you. You are this. It's also especially at 50% of the weekly. I just think it might. Um, yeah, I'm not so sure. Like, well, guys, nice. Yeah, nice trade. Um, Look at the structure. Beautiful, just beautiful. See, it was creating a liquidity to previous day low, goes back up into the range. Again, no bodies below the 50% of that 4 hour FUG. Breaker, suspension block. Let's see if we get a retest. See, just because you get nice moves back up and forth, it is still within that area of chop. So, like I said, scalper's paradise. 618. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna look for a trade, bullish trade now. I want to try to get in maybe somewhere in this area and then to the upside. 680, maybe to midnight. We've got bullish structure now. We took out a point of interest, previous day low. Let's see if we can get a nice retest of something and then trade it to the upside. So this was too early. And then, like I said, it was creating the liquidity that it just took out. But I think still there's liquidity here. It's going to be choppy. It could also retest this area, so it's a little bit tricky. I need a large stop loss. If I enter here and it goes, it could still come down and use this as a breaker. Yeah, I think it's gonna go at 20, 21. Okay, I'm getting in paper trade, just paper trading, guys. It's very, you have to be very careful now with your account. Okay, so if I put my stop loss below this one here, it could still use this area here because we still have a fair value gap here, right? So that's the tricky part. So I don't have my 2R trade here, to be honest, but I'm going to leave it because it's a paper trade because I just want to journal it and journal time. But it's not optimal. I'm just anticipating that it could use this area as well for retest because we still have this one here. But I do like this area here. Let's see if it holds. Because it's so choppy, there's a big chance it's going to come down. Hey Vanesh, how are you doing? We're just trying to trade chop. So you guys see that the London news didn't do much. We just literally, well, it took out the previous day low, but it was just not really, not like really large swings getting us out of. It doesn't get us out of any consolidation area. It just literally, it just seeks liquidity. That's it, which is actually nice, but at least something. But with the bodies we are still holding this 4-hour fair value gap. So still bullish until we do not. We've got monthly open here at midnight. Most likely it will stop at midnight and maybe go a little bit higher. Let's see. Maybe I should adjust it to midnight. Maybe I'm too high again. 662. Yeah, it makes sense. 662. Yeah, midnight is actually nicer, but it's almost a 1-hour trade then for me. Ooh. Hey, Amber Nation. Yeah, I don't trade 1-hour trades. I'm just paper trading, guys. I wouldn't enter on a 1-hour trade, but I'm just going to put it just for entertainment purposes only. I would never, I would let it go, but why is my stop so large? Because of this potential breaker. We could still retest this area and then go up or fill as well. I mean, we're in chop. We're just we're just going, this is the area I believe we're just going to play around in for a while until we break either or. I would anticipate that it would break this one, but you can see the bodies are still staying above the midpoint. It does go down on the lower time frame, but then it wicks back up, right? So I'm looking at the 4 and the 1 hour. If it doesn't give me distribution, I will just, yeah, I like this. Yeah. Welcome to the family, Ambro Nation. Mm -hmm. So I'm just anticipating that price is going to go into this wick. That's it, and I go back and forth, back and forth. I don't. It could go maybe even here in this fair value gap. I just noticed this one as well. Oh, we already went into it. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, it's only this gap I'm looking at. Yeah. Bullish order block here, so this is holding us up for now. Um, on the 4 hour, we do have a bullish order block though here. I don't know. I see so many things. I can go back and forth in bullish bearish. So I'm looking at, I'm like, it drives me nuts because I'm like, I can't really see. I think it's going to manipulate and just do something like, you get these large, that's why we have the news candle and then it just either disrespects something. I can frame it both ways, to be honest. I can actually not, I can also see why it shouldn't do it to the downside, it shouldn't do it to the upside. If I go to the 5 minute, it's going to be most likely one area, I guess. Uh, yeah, I'm just marking these two. I'm looking at this area here. Low, high, low, low. We activated the breaker. We're retesting now. And let's see if we can get back up. 3:30. Mm, 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 mm. A little imbalance here. Let's see if it can go all the way down. I mean, and in price action like this, it just goes, it could go down all the time. Did you see it a nice drop? Also, Google just makes, oh yeah, I see. Related FOMC, 215, 3. Finally, it's breaking out of consolidation. But now it's in this wick. It's probably going to stall here again or go back up. And maybe it goes lower at some point. Um, let's have a look at NQES, by the way. Let's get rid of you. It needs to go. Okay, let's see. Daily S&T with ES. Okay, gotcha. It was interesting to see that we took NQ took previous day low and ES has not. CES is here. Um, hey Wex, how are you doing? Yeah, I mean, I mean, you have to keep tracking, and if you trade something, you have to keep tracking it. But I got like I was looking at gold, and then I stopped doing it because it's like then obviously you miss the good moves, right? Because at some point it will move. But I was like, you know what? Two of those ugly charts just makes me so depressed. I'm just going to stop watching gold, even though I actually still think it's wise to keep looking at it. But I don't think we've ever been in a time like this. Um, we've been in consolidation for so many months in a row, and really, it's just really. I mean, even traders that have been in the business for years, 10 plus, they say they've never seen anything like this before. So yeah. Um, if you look like this, you might see a continuation candle forming, right? So to the downside, but I still don't trust you guys. I think still we're going to go into this wick here, and we're going to I love distribution candles to the downside. I would love to get in here. If it goes down, I'll have to miss it. Even on a paper trade, I don't mind. But I I don't know. I think this one is holding us up in the 4 hour. And I think again it will spike up and cause another wick here. I don't know, we'll see. If it goes, yeah, this is just money being slushed back and forth. Well, what I do like to see is you see it's trend line liquidity here. It's just this is building up again for a nice long. It's just building up again. So we might get another leg lower and then again another leg higher. Because this is just building up very nicely. Beautiful trend line. Listen, do not buy a $6,500 course for trend line. There is a thing that this is the only time that we use trend line is when it's creating liquidity like this. That's the only time it really is like something you want to look at it. But on the other hand, it's just I don't know. Every retail thing works one time, and then it fails 90% of the time. Same like resistance and support. It works one time in a market maker model. I'm just grading this order block. Hey, Mr. Chaos Factor, how are you doing? I am just looking at the midpoint of this block here. And going back up again. See what you got. Another liquidity? No, most likely. Let's see what it wants to do. So in chop, all these things don't really work, as you can see, right? You can disrespect it, go back up again. Um, I missed anything happened. Well, we're just in chop. We are just in choppy area, so you didn't really miss a lot. I'm watching this 4 hour FUG, and um, I guess that's my line in the sand. I maybe we're going to get a body closure. We're getting close to the hour now. I do believe if once we are like here, you can clearly see there was no body closure, and we kept spiking back up. But now we are staying below that area a little bit longer, and we're getting close to the hour now. So let's see. I still don't trust it, to be honest. We might have another spike back up. But if we do, I mean, if we have a body closure below this one here, then yeah, there's no point in staying bullish. Um, but we could spike up just as easily again. So like, let's go on the 15-minute because I want to see at 45 because 15-minute will give me some clarity. Oh yeah, we already have a body closure below. You see? But look how beautiful it's all. This is like very beautiful, like high, low, high, low, high. Um, yeah, I don't know. We still have this 4 hour. I graded it. This one here. I think this might still hold us up. Either it needs to really blast through it, but maybe to 50%. Let's see. I'm not trading this at all. I just don't really don't trust it at all. Too trappy for me. Too slow. It makes me aggressive. Um, yeah, I think we're already done. I think this is. I don't think it's gonna do much here. We might go down further late, maybe in pre-market. I don't know. And then this one might hold us up. Go to order block here and order block here, both bullish. Maybe after pre-market it might slam down, so we get more consolidation here, and then pre-market we go further down into this area, take this liquidity. Anyone short? Anyone positioned themselves? Yeah, well, it didn't sweep previous day low, right? Yeah, ES is behind. Yeah, ES is the weak sister, the weak brother. I guess they're gonna follow, right? What do you think? And then we might have. I mean, we're already below here, so I think we're going 15 minutes before. I think we're gonna go into this. I'm just gonna save my mental capital for. I'm gonna need it for AM session for New York. I mean, even if it works better, it's still hard to trade it. Even New York is now hard news. Okay, let's see. Yeah, exactly. Let's wait for ES. I agree with you on that one. Let's watch. We'll watch this screen. Because then the thing is, if it follows, we're going to break this daily SMT with ES. I guess then it's really bullish, bearish, right? I think. But let's see. And there we go back up again. I'm sort of like what I do. Uh, I think I learned a lot in these months to start recognizing unfavorable areas to trade in. And I must say, in all honesty, that I haven't, in hindsight, either the better trade came later. There were, I think, three moves that I think if I go back over a month time, there was only three moves that I thought, oh, okay, you should have had that one. But most of them are really just like, and sometimes you have like, it just doesn't feel right. And you still don't know exactly why. And that's why I'm also still journaling to find out exactly the logic. But getting used to price action already keeps you a lot out of trouble. And it just drains me when I'm in a trade like this. Yesterday I was drained after the FOMC, even though it was quite a lot of points, but I was really drained from that move down because it just didn't go very fast. And I was so happy to be. I usually don't have that feeling, but I was like, and I didn't pass. Normally, I pass my evals. These are the moments I pass my evals. I go in with one trade, and I'm done. I'm still missing $500 because it just. I was, you know what? F you. I'm just getting out of it, and it's gonna go. I'm gonna leave it. It never happened before, and so I think that's for me a big win. Here you go again. We're getting above the we're still going back up now, and let's see if we can get on the hourly if we can get back above the midpoint before the end of the hour. Now the 15 minutes are already below, so I don't know if we're gonna do that, but I'm not. I can still see us go into this wick here, so that's why I'm just. So we tapped in 25% of that order block, so maybe that's enough for it to move back up into this wick here. We have trend line liquidity here. You don't have to pay $6,500 for this information on this channel, all for free. So yeah, guys, who knows if that's really true? I saw some posts on X that Tory Trades is really charging $6,500 for her course, and literally a guy is giving the training. I think I don't know what I read, but he's just profitable for 1 month only or something like that. I don't know if it's true, but that's great. I mean, oh, we guess know now how she managed to get the Ferrari. Hey, kudos, smart girl, very smart girl. Is it true? Is it really? Is it really? Do you know? Is that really so? Because sometimes you really think people bullshit on X, and it's not true. It's just. But I read it really a lot of times now, and I'm like, really? But who the f pays that money? Uh, but Zartrade, is it really true that that course is 6,500? That is crazy. I mean, hey, listen, very smart girl. I mean, sort of like if you pay, well, it's free market, right? You offer something, and if people see value in it, but I don't know where does it become a scam and where is it just not a scam. That's where there's a very thin line here, I think. But it's free markets. I mean, if you offer something and people are willing to pay for it, it is, and if you are clear what you're offering, I guess then the point is it's pretty clear what for me, it's like she doesn't make it sound more than it is. So actually, it's not a scam. Well, the point is, if you are, I don't know if she is very well. Okay, she does show trades that she is in draw. She doesn't show the 250,000 drawdown also. So another breaker here. Breaker retest. What time are we in? Okay. Let's see if we're gonna take out this liquidity, the trend line liquidity. Well, it becomes very ugly when people are having to sign an NDA, and if they don't get what they deserve and they can't complain about it, that's really bad. Because I think if you offer something and people pay that amount of money and people don't get what they thought they would get, at some point those people will come out. But I think there's a lot of shame for people that paid the money. That's why you don't hear. I mean, I think people are just ashamed. Maybe if so, I don't know. But it's bad for the community, to be honest. It's not. It's a very big negative, I think. Let me do a quick poll. We're in the macro already. Bullish or bearish? 350 macro. Be fast, guys, because we're in the macro already. Bullish. Curious what you guys think. There we go. At 4 o'clock. So what is the what are we going to get at 4 o'clock? Are we going to get the expansion to the downside, or is it going to manipulate back up? Hey Martijn, how are you doing? Are you enjoying the chop? Oh, I do feel it's getting more heavy and heavy though, but I still don't trust it. Oh, I don't have to hide. Okay, I'll be right back, guys. I need to go to the bathroom very quickly. Okie dokie, we're back. Everyone look at the viz, ICT gems, how ICT used liquidity and order blocks for entry. Yeah, it's always like yeah, Euro is nice. He has ICT gems. It's sometimes good to just for refreshers. Yeah, if 3 PDA fails, you're out. Yeah, I use Wix as well. A lot of Wix CEs. order. I marked the order block here, 0.5 of the bullish order block, and I marked the wicks on the 4 hour. So I'm using actually all what you're saying already. Let me show you. Yeah, so this is the 4 hour order block that I marked here. So I'm looking at the 50%, and on the wick, I'm using this wick here. So I thought we might go into this wick, but it looks like we might get this expansion. But I'm wondering if we're going to be held up by this 4 hour order block. Yeah, exactly. Let's watch the. That's a good one, Mr. Chaos. Let's have a look, watch, because we might have the our turn there. That might be the midpoint of that order block, right? That might line up with the before. I don't think we're going to go lower than 50% of that order block. So I just I will be well. It could just expand as well to the downside, but um, I'm totally fine letting this one go. So yeah, now we're going into this order block here. Hi, my love. Come here. Oh, my poor chico. I love you. Where have you been, my love? This is my love. Yeah, we're gonna break the SMT. Hey, what is it? Are you waiting for your tuna? Are you getting impatient? Mm. So if the 3 o'clock macro takes out a previous day low, it's highly likely that this macro will take out the will do it in on ES. Mm. So let's see at 4 o'clock. Yeah, I can see us go all the way here. Maybe not. I could see us also spike back up. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to go all the way back up because people are going to anticipate a short and they're going to be their faces are going to be ripped off maybe. Yeah, the AC here. Yeah. If I'm actually looking at this, if you talk about market maker models, I think we're still on the buy side of the curve. To be honest, it looks a bit weird, time distorted, but I think we're still on the buy side, sell side, buy side, and I think I think this is just a retracement, to be honest. That's how I see it. And this is a lot of time distortion. Um, because we just went to 702. And I wonder if we're going to go back. We have an equal high. We formed an equal high here. Um, look how nasty it is. Yeah, it's not very eager to go down. It's just very, very trappy. See in the 1 minute again, guys, you see what's happening here on the 4 hour. We still have 2 more hours to go, but it's important for me that this body closure on the higher time frame is very important. Now the 1 hour has already a one, it's below it. We're just creating liquidity again, equal highs, trend line still here. I might be. I'm not going to paper trade, but if we go if we might hit 0.5 here, I might take a long and take and use this created liquidity. Um, yeah. Well, we still have a few minutes in the macro, right? I think it might take. I think it would be. I mean, I think it will take it out. Let's wait. We're not going to enter any long yet. The daily SMT is still intact, though. But if there is no SMT on the downside, are we just going to expand to the downside? We do have SMT here. You see that at 4 o'clock. Yeah, on days like this, I think like if you have like previous day lows and things like that, just don't go for the previous. Just take 10 points above it or something. Like how many points or on NQ and how many points did it stop? 5.5, 5.4. Yeah, or just a few ticks, literally a few ticks. Yeah, I mean, I would just not even aim for. That's what I also, and I'm even going for full levels anymore. But I think it will take it out in this macro, right? Let me see the pool, by the way. Bearish 56. And bullish. Well, maybe you were both right. It's 5 past. Hey, you got it. You tuning? You gotta wait, my love. Oh my god. Okay, so imagine if the previous day low is the objective, and we still have a couple of minutes. It's gonna take a long time. Ugh. Hey, Michael, how are you doing? Hey, Mr. Chaos Factor, listen. I already yesterday took 10 years of my life, FOMC and some other trades, just not, going to the levels. Even though I made money, it was like, oh my God. And, and I'm like, I'm just paper trading at the moment, Michael, because it's a choppy area. Um, Price action is just very indecisive. I'm just happy to be able to anticipate the choppiness and not be part of it. To be honest, I tried a few longs. Was too early, so yeah, my TPs have to be shorter. But we're setting up beautiful trend line here. We create liquidity. So I do think we're going to get a nice long again. We're waiting for ES now to be taken, and then maybe the midpoint of the order block, and then take a nice long to up to this liquidity point here, daily open again. I might miss it, but it's okay. I mean, I'm just happy to tape read. Well, actually, like this, you should already position yourself maybe, and just put your stop below the ES, like maybe around here. Let's see if it comes. Well, I mean, it's the end of the macro, but a lot of the times, 10 past 4, the run actually starts. So it's outside macro, but you want to position yourself within the macro, to be honest. Let's see if we can get an opportunity. See, we do have we have let's see. Yeah, I think we're gonna we'll go up already. Let's make one more line. I'm gonna paper trade another, but I don't know where to put my stop in this area now. Where is this? 0.5, 531. So I can't. It's only a 1-to-1. I'm just gonna get in just to see if I can manage. I don't think I would ever do this on my. I'm gonna use the order block midpoint as my stop because I don't see anything else I can use. 181. That's not my. Okay, it's a 1-to-1. Okay, well, I guess as scalpers do 1-to-1, right? And then I have to go very fast, trail the upside because I know after if we don't have much, if the macro doesn't do it, a lot of the times 10 past starts running. But I might have to catch some heat on this one. Let's see. 680. Okay, I like it. Okay, I might even go for 680. No, 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 no. I'm gonna go for 667. I'm gonna raise my. See, it's so. I always want to try to find a 2 hour trade, and I can make it work till midnight here. I like it. Let me see if that works. I'm just paper trading anyway. Is it 2 hour trade then? Almost, yeah. A little bit better. We got SMT. The macro's almost done. The only thing that bothers me is that ES didn't take out that low. That might get me. That might put me in drawdown. Yeah, that's okay. I'm just paper trading. It's okay. I have to journal it. Um, yes. Why is my we did sweat a low breaker retest, and now we maybe get the run here. Let's go. I think we're gonna get a upside. Yeah, I think we're gonna get a spike to the upside. This is the best bear trap. Hey, Michael, I also don't. I mean, it's a love-hate relationship right now. I mean, I don't even feel comfortable. I'm just paper trading now until until our relationship evolves back to where it should be. Um, but I like it so far. Come on, go take out the trend line. I might ask too much a little bit, but we'll see. Yeah, we noticed the move. Well done. Oh, Parker, well done. How many points did you make in total? If you want, you can put your trade in the Discord. I think it would be nice to get some nice trades again on. I also need to get back on. I just started to really hate gold, but obviously, if you stop looking at it, then you miss the good moves, right? But well done. Now, don't give any money back. Because we still have that ES, it might want to make another low and go to the 50% of that order block and then go into the area. So, so normally when I would think that, I would already stop my trade and just wait. Um, nice. See, also now it just doesn't, it's just no, it's just again, just not really running. So I do think we're going to go taking another low, and then we're going to take this out. I think it's going to be a nice long here, but not yet. Let's see. I'll let myself be stopped out. I'm going to take it off before. I put my stop just below the 50% of that order block. I think there's actually a Reaper. Does anyone trade the Reaper? Isn't this the Hold on. I think this is a Reaper. Where's the 50%? Yeah, the fair value gap is here. I think we can use this as a Reaper, so that it should be bullish, but it should go up from here. It shouldn't respond. No, good. Isn't Yeah, Parker, that is awesome, right? You're done, and then don't go back in. I mean, or you can, if there's an A plus setup, of course, but don't. If you're done, you're done. And be content. That's a stork. Yeah, that's or is it my, it's not my trumpeter hornbill. Oh, they're really communicating now with each other, yeah. Yeah, it's a bird. They're birds, yeah. Let me have a look where they are, what's going on, because they're sort of like communicating. Maybe they're asking me to come out. They're very talkative now, apparently. There's a lot going on in their. They're having a meeting. Oh, ta-dum, pum pum. I'm locked out of my accounts. I hit my limit on my accounts. I'll be back for Asia London across. Well done, Parker. Congratulations. That's the best feeling to have. And we're just sitting here struggling. A trumpet or hornbill? It's like a trumpet, right? So they have a very large beak, and sometimes in the morning they knock on the glass of my glass open door shower. I don't know, maybe the previous owner, either he was feeding them or something, but they're really like tick tick tick, and it's because they have such a large beak. I think it's really damaging the glass, to be honest. I have to ask him, like, hey, do you have like a relationship with them or something? Because I don't know if do I need to feed them to make them stop breaking the glass. It's like tick, it's really loud, and then they when I walk up to them, they fly off. So I don't know. It's like, hey, give me food or something. It's not like they want to um, communicate or something, but or they do, but they don't really want to. It's not me they want to see apparently, because the moment I come. But when I'm in the shower, sometimes they sit in the tree and they watch me, and it's very funny. They're just very cute. They just go like this. They're very sweet. It's like a family. They have a little one. Okay, come on now. 423. Just spike up and rip everyone's face off. Because that's what you want to do. I know, NQ. You just want to rip all the shorts now. And then you will want to destroy all the longs. It's now time to F with the shorts. Or do you want to go to 50%? Take previous day low on ES and then do it. But that's too easy because people are expecting that. Market makers, people are expecting. It looks evil. Yeah, but they're not evil at all. They're not evil at all. No, they're very nice. They're very sweet. Do you think they look evil, really? Let me see what you are looking at. Oh, if you Google it, the first pictures it looks really bad. To be honest, I agree. If you would say that, the picture don't do them justice. To be honest, I agree. Oh, there we go. Come on, NQ, go through the. Oh, get over that line. Come on. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to take out ES first. Then we might go a little bit lower into that order block, and then maybe we get a spike up, or maybe we're just going to drop down very fast. Let's see. Oh, your monthly report. Okay, let's see if my stop holds. It's just paper trading, guys. I wouldn't do this on my account or on my emails even. I wouldn't even be in this trade, but just for entertainment purposes only. Like they want to pick your, yeah, no, they don't. It doesn't do them job. I'm looking at the pictures. They are actually, but mine also has a little bit of red. I think the crown. If you look at crown hornbill, maybe I think that mine look actually very sweet, and they are very big though, but they look a little bit. They have a little bit of red as well. No, they're very. They just want to break your windows, I guess. Okay, we got some expansion coming on the 4 hour. So I'm just watching this order block here. Like eventually we want to get to these um, to this liquidity, but I wonder if we can. I'm just not sure we can make it through this one here. Did ES take the low finally? Did we do? Oh yes, we did. Okay, here we go. Oh, I might be good with my stop. I might be okay. Okay. So let's see if we're done or not. It wants to expand lower or not. It does look more bearish than bullish, to be honest. Zartrade, I don't know if it's gonna flush, to be honest. We have this order block here. Um, ES just took previous day low. Four 29. I think they want to rip off all the shorts. I mean, this is too. This is too. This is just too beautiful. Look at this. Let's see. Where's 4 o'clock? Okay, we are below midnight. We are below 3. We are below 4 o'clock. If we don't go above any of them, then yeah. Listen, I'm in a long, but I'm. It's so low probability. I mean, we could also just slam down, but it needs to spike back up very, very, very aggressively. Aggressively, and keep going then. This is just an endless game of creating liquidity. It's just creating liquidity, and um, it might just want to go really down to 0.5. Could be. Yeah, I mean, if you put money on the line, it drives you nuts, these markets. I mean, it's, ES looks very bearish now, to be honest. We can reject here, 6642. I don't see this one go up now. Not ES. Um, reject here. This one taken. They could leave that for later, those levels. Now, what did I say? I said once we are below this, I have to turn bearish. So I cannot stay. But now we're at 0.5, that order block. I'm taken out. Okay, it went below it. Okay, gotcha. Now let's see. Yeah, Method. It's. I think everyone. Okay, we hit 0.5. It's just trickling down. That's why I'm not engaging Meta as well. I'm just putting on paper trades and just playing around, and I don't have any. I still get annoyed, to be honest. Yeah, I'm just paper trading, wanted trying to take longs, but it's just trickling down. We're at 50% of the order block right now. ES took a previous day low. There's a lot of liquidity below that, but I'm just wondering. We created some trend line liquidity here on NQ. equal lows, but they could also leave that for later on, I guess. Um, just really want to see how we're going to react here. This will be a turtle soup to the upside. Let's see, we can take this liquidity. I'm going to try another long. My stop loss is going to be here. Just paper trading. This should be my only trade, to be honest. There's a you go for the order block as a 0.5 ES. Everything was taken, previous day low. We created trend line liquidity. We've been building up liquidity here. There's no more ifs and buts in the sense of it can be always wrong. It could trickle further down, but I think maybe this order block might hold. If not, then it's really going to slam down, and then you only lose about 12 points, something like that. 12, 15 points. Then you just switch. Then you know, okay, I'm wrong. This is my third PD array. This order block is my last PD array, my last line in the sand. But it was already, to be honest, it was, like I said, it was already here, right? I said if we go below, it's a body closure or below the 50%, I already have to turn bearish. But I'm just because every time, the thing is that it's been, what it's been doing, it just doesn't go to those levels and it waits for those levels. I'm sort of like programmed that it's going to F around and trick everyone all the time. And that's why I'm just paper trading, because I just don't trust it at all. And even though it's moving now, I can't trust it anymore. Yeah, accompaniment, I know, I see what the liquidity is, but the point is that it's just been, the way the market has been moving is I have trust issues now with NQ. Our relationship is not as good as it was. I just don't trust the moves. It goes to a level, it stops, and then it goes back up. And I'm sort of like anticipating, and now it actually does, but it still goes very slowly. So I'm anticipating a move to the upside, but the answer was already here. Like I said, the moment I have a body closure, it's bearish. And but then again, let's see if let's see if this 50% of the order block hold. It can go lower, and now it's spiking back up. So my stop, I put my stop exactly at 0.5, 2 ticks above it, but it was a little bit, it should have been a little bit more because 531, 520, it should be 11 points. Okay, could be. Well, let's see if it goes back up now. I'm not in it. I was stopped out again because my stop loss was too close. But I still think it might do another, because who's on the winning side? The shorts. Who do they need to F around with the shorts? And they've been building up this very, very nicely. Trend line, equals. Um, let's have a look at the higher time frame on the 4 hour. See, I just don't trust it at all. See, I'm looking at this order block, and I think these levels will be in play, but maybe later on, maybe after 6 o'clock. I think this will hold us up maybe for now. What time is it? 4:42. Let's see. Now, these are nice candles, but let's see if there's any follow through because it could just stop and spike back up again, right? And that's what's going on lately all the time. That's what I really hate. Bearish 54. Okay. You know what I'm thinking, guys? Suddenly, I think when this FUG filled, maybe this order block also already filled as an order block because an order block, an order block is only valid when you have a fair value gap next to it, right? So I'm just thinking, maybe because of the fill of the FUG, I should consider this one filled as well. Because it makes sense, right? It doesn't make sense if this is going to hold us up if we fill this FUG. I'm just thinking about, I think I missed that because it makes sense, right? Don't you think? The body closure below here already was the fill of this order block. I shouldn't have used this order block. Light bulb moment. But I still don't trust the price action. I mean, still too slow. You know, you want like we want candles one time that we go straight to our liquidity because this is just very tricky to go up and down, up and down. Yeah, and it makes sense. We were below 4 o'clock here, below 3 o'clock, and then below midnight. So, yeah, I guess that this fill was also the fill of the order block, I guess. Yeah, it makes sense, right? If you think about it. If there's a value gap that does not hold up if that fills, it's your first PD rate, but it also makes the chance bigger that this order block is because this one is part of the structure. So you might want to see a wick here and then go back up, something like that. But then again, let's see. But hey, listen, you can also have a fill. You can also have a fill up to here, and then it could still go back up, right? Because it doesn't. We always say that was something I also noticed in my journal. Like sometimes now, it goes lower than 50%, like especially in fair value gaps, and then it still goes back up. Because we say preferably we don't want to see it go below 50%, but here it goes now to 25%, so it can still spike back up from here. Then we still have a wick on the 50. We have a wick up to here or something. Let's see. Okay, I'm luckily not in 446. Next macro coming. Well, we could go all the way to this fair value gap. This is an oldie, a golden oldie, and we still have not used that, have we? Ooh, you look tricky to me. And here we go again. Mr. Chaos Factor, do you really want to trade this? I don't have any FOMO at all. Zero. Zero. I can't be bothered with move like this. Um, you missed your short entry. Look here, what's going on already. Like the wick went down all the way here, we spiked back up. You missed it because either you didn't see it. It's, and if you chased it, you probably already are break even already in the red. The short should have been around 4. The short entry should have been on the 1 hour candle. We opened up here, should have been here in between this area here. But hey, listen, we have an inversion here. Let's see if we are going to, if this inversion is going to be, is going to go over this one, I would try another long, because I still think the long is in play, guys. I'm still, um, inversion. I'm gonna wait for the, I just, where are those, those, I think we didn't have a low resistance liquidity around for, I think last week we did have one though, maybe. Here we go. I like it. I like it. Spike up. Inversion. First one. Breaker. Potential breaker. Inversion. Breaker. Now the only thing I don't like is the wicks. But hey, what can we do? I'm gonna go on 30 seconds now. Yeah, act fast. But still nothing activated yet. No activation yet. Mm. Motor. I made my short go well done. I still going. Enki's going to hell. Yeah. Um, I think we're gonna get like a little spike to the upside, and I want to position myself for the pre-market move. I missed a good move, but I just want to see how price is printing. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see if he's gonna take out now this. We've got a nice. I think it's gonna now go up to here. Take out this liquidity. Let me go back to 1 minute. Here we go. 453. I think we have a bullish macro now. You see what's happening with this order block. So now we are even though it tapped into all the way to the bottom, now the bodies are going higher again. Let's see if we can have some follow through. Oh, I even forgot to get in. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I totally forgot to get in on the paper trade, but this would have been the trade I was waiting for. Oh, I'm just not interested in taking it, but I was waiting for the inversion and the breaker to be activated. So the moment I see this, I think I would have gotten in here. My stop would be below here. I'll put it a little bit lower now because of the trickiness, and then this would be the trade. Hold on. Or actually a little bit higher. We'll see. Let's see if we can get there. If there's some willingness to rip off the short. We want this at 319. What time is it? Uh, 4 hour. I wouldn't be surprised if we're gonna get a doji candle like at the end of this at the end of this, so that it might, you know, create a wick, another wick for later today. So this 4 hour candle. Let's see if it wants to go back and then maybe create a large wick at 6. So then we have like a smaller body somewhere here. Let's see, because yeah, it's just for me, it's just reading price, seeing what, because I just think that they're manipulating things to stall time until 8 o'clock, 8:30, because we got two new drivers today. We can get large moves easily by then, so I don't think they're going to give us the move now. It's just creating liquidity, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we get a lot. They want to create a 4 hour wick. Let's see. At 5 o'clock. I like to see. I hope to see some speed at 5 o'clock. Hopefully to the upside. Look, they've been building up beautifully. get rid of you. $4.57. Method, are you just paper trading, right? You're not doing anything. Y- um, well, the 1 minute we have CRSD. Oh, you already took the trade. Okay. Well, we're actually going against the trend, so it's always risky if you have an expansion candle. But I'm just thinking that this order block is going to hold, or at least stall a little bit. So short trades, yeah. Um, Normally you want to trade with the trend, so you want to get in the manipulation move of this hourly candle, or the yeah on the hourly. But if you look at the on the 1 hour and the 4 hour, it looks like it's expanding, right? Hey Aliyah, how are you doing? But if you look at the 15 minute, it's just very blocky, right? It is trickling down, but oh, and it's oh, we have a nice we do have candles with a lot of wicks to the upside. It's creating a lot of liquidity to the. You see, this is liquidity a lot to the upside. So it's building up a lot of liquidity. Let's see. Aussie trader, volume imbalance entry. No. Well, actually, that's a good one. That is actually a very good. It's more of the breaker structure, volume, the inversion combination with the breaker, and then actually it's an extra. It's a bonus when you have a volume imbalance. Yes, that is actually very bullish. But hey, listen, it could still. Oh, let's use small on this guy a little bit, not much, but some small. Okay, thanks. I appreciate it. Yeah, because it's so weird, right? Because I thought, okay, let me switch it back off, but I really want to see that gap because I mean, I really want to keep an eye on that gap. See where we're at. Yeah. Okay, let's go NQ. Come on. Now take out that liquidity. I want NQ to go into this wick. If we go into this wick, we're going to go up to midnight and to open. Now, do you see the difference in structure here? We didn't have that clean structure here, here, here. The attempts that I made, it wasn't as clean as this structure. Oh, I'm not taking it on any account, guys. I would still be confident in this trade because of the structure and the time. So I think we're going to get a nice run to the upside finally. It's been creating all this liquidity for this moment. And Q is saying, okay, here I am. Here I am. You've been complaining about me, bitching and moaning. I'm fed up with it. I'm going to give you the trade now. But I'm not in it, NQ, because you waited too long. I'm tired. I'm exhausted looking at this price action because of you. It's a hate. I have a love-hate relationship now with NQ, really. Yesterday I was really like, It's a good thing I wasn't streaming. But I made money, but it was really TP hit 50. Well done. Yeah, I guess maybe the range. I think I don't know if you guys have noticed. This is Asia. If you just trade it up to Asia, you're always good. It goes back and forth, right? I mean, how many times did it tap Asia? Look here. Boom, 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 boom. Maybe now again. And let's see if it goes over it. But if you trade it to Asia, it's a safe trade because it works as a barrier, right? Or I think it's going to go past it. Come on. Let's see. 5 o'clock. Go. Run, run, run. 3 o'clock is very important because you look at the high. I mean, the moment it goes above 3 o'clock, the body could go much higher, right? But if it stays below 3 o'clock, it will continue the move to the downside. If not, we're going to go into this wick. But if we tap in Asia again, Asia, we go back lower, it will continue the lower before 6 o'clock. I won't get my doji candle. I want a doji in here. So we have 2 wicks, one here and one here. I used to trade ES, but ES was a little bit too. For me, when I evolved, I started using NQ because I love the volatility of NQ. Now my relationship with NQ is a little bit. We're in a bad place at the moment. But NQ is just ES is just a little bit too slow for me, to be honest. I just fell in love with NQ and I just start using it. Yeah, and it's just really also personal preference. I know people that have traded ES the whole lives and they just don't like NQ and they do really, really well. Because every instrument, if you stay with it for a long time and you really study it, you start to get to very comfortable with the levels. And I don't think it really matters if you prefer NQ or ES. I think there is money, you can make money on both very easily. But I think it just comes down to personal preference at some point. But I think you have to really stick to one for a while and really get to know to the levels and really feel you get to know it. And every instrument has its tricks and tips and things like that. So it just depends on what you like. And if that is ES, then obviously you want to look at both for SMT and stuff like that. But yeah, I haven't actually traded and ES for a while. But the good side of ES is, by the way, if you trade with Edge Clear, if I use ES, by the way, then the margins is much lower than on NQ, or even if it's MNQ or MES. So that is you get much more margin on ES. So I noticed that was quite a big difference. Okay, you see again that Asia is sort of like the line in the center resistance, right? So as long as we don't go over Asia, I think it might keep going down again. If it does go over Asia, there's a big chance we go over 3 o'clock and then we take out all the liquidity that has been created here, and maybe even more. If not, we're just going to continue lower. But this is a pretty strong reaction of the order block. But I wonder if it's going to hold. So I guess how many points is this from the breaker to just still 48 points? Okay. I think it will break. Come on, go over it. Are you creating another more liquidity? Is that it? Could be. Yeah. So I'm just if I'm just not sure of a large distribution, I just tend not to enter. Hey, DG. What's your reasoning for trading? Okay, I got that already. Thanks. Welcome to the family, DG. We're just together with for emotional support, going through tough times together with difficult price action. We cry together over NQ. We yell at NQ. We scold NQ. And we love NQ again tomorrow. That's how it goes. If it runs easily again, like, oh, I love you, NQ. Okay, come on, go over the Asia. No, staying below 3 o'clock. Ooh, we have a body over the Asia line. I think it's Asia low, right? Asia high or Asia? Is it, I'm confused. See, my brain's not working anymore because it's bloody price action. Oh, Asia low. Okay, Asia low. Hey, Mitch, how are you doing? Good morning. Good morning. It's almost afternoon here, by the way. We've got the gardener with his leaf blower coming at 12, so in an hour. So we'll stop in 45 minutes. Otherwise, you guys have to listen to leaf blowers. Okay, we are above 4 o'clock, but not above 3 and midnight. So we need to, if to be, for the trade to work, we do need to go over 3 o'clock. That's the big thing now. So I guess this was the market maker model on the 1 minute. Accumulation, sell side, buy side, and we're done. Could be. Do you think it's going to go to yesterday's high at 25,000? Um, you know, to be honest, we've got two news drivers. Um, obviously, we are in a downtrend, but I just want to see. The thing is, this is holding us up right now. Um, I was hoping to get more information that, like, if we would take more liquidity at some point. Um, it looks more bearish than bullish to me, but if you look at the OTE levels, we are still respecting. Let's see, where are we at? You don't have a body closure below the 702 of this range. I'm just looking at this range. So um, because this is a higher time frame fair value gap, we could go lower and go back up again into it and still have no body closure. So that's why I have to be aware of that on the 4 hour. So at 6 o'clock, I will know more. If this body is not below that fair value gap, I do see us at least go into this wick. I don't know much higher, but then this wick will be the area that I would watch for. But then this body has to be back into the fair value gap before 6 o'clock. Um, on the 4 hour, we created equal highs yesterday here. It's a similar structure. If you look at this structure, it's almost similar to what we're creating now. Um, so I'm not so sure of a meltdown, to be honest. It could go either or. Um, if we do go lower, I do think we're gonna we go back to in this fair value gap between the London. But yeah, we have a lot on both sides. So I didn't take any trades. I didn't take any trades on my evals or during this session because I said I'm thinking it's going to be very choppy. And look, guys, we did trickle down, but it's just barcoding. Um, it's just barcoding. The RTH gap, opening range gap, is the gap between the when the indices close at 4:15 and open up at 9:30. Yeah, I want to see my gaps. I use them a lot. They're my. Hold on, guys. Oh shit. Oh yeah. So I this whole green box is still an opening range gap that an older one that I do see. I can see us go down into this level here, 235, which matches with this order block here. So let's see. So if I take this opening range gap, we are at 6. What a coincidence that my entry would have been exactly at the midpoint of the opening range gap. Isn't it amazing that I'm just so in tune with my close level? Exactly. Put my stop, my entry here and my stop just below it. So he's going back up into the fair value gap here. Hold on, guys. Pum, 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 pum. I wish I could turn speed the time. Like, oh my God, let's go to quarter to 6 so we can already see if it what the price is doing. Because I'm starting to really think that we're not going to get any more expansion on this 4 hour candle, so we're going to get our little candle within this fair value gap. So Mitch wants to know if I think, yeah, I think it does actually. I think it goes there before. If it goes lower, I think we can see 25. What did you say? 25,000, right? Yeah, 25,000 is here. Yeah, I do think we're gonna go into this wick. I can see us even go up to 24,680. Let me check something else. I think we're gonna go there now. At some point, I don't even feel like trading it because it's so. But this might be a nice move though. But I'm okay. At some point I'm just too tired. If I watch this price action, I don't know if you guys have the same, but if you watch it, it also drains my mental capital, to be honest. Um, okay, let's see if we can get back up to 603. And then the next step will be, yeah, 667. I like 667-ish, but let's see. That's the midnight. I do like the midnight area. Um, but we have to be very, very aware, even though it goes up. Oh, look at this beautiful rejection here. The 1 hour. Okay, it's a wick. Let's see, it's looking now. It's starting to look bullish again. Beautiful. Yeah, we're gonna go into this. I think we're gonna go into this wick now. I'm too tired to trade it. Yeah, Aussie trader. I mean, listen. Yesterday, even like I'm really good at FOMC trades, but even yesterday, um, it went down. But the way it went down, and I just I was a little bit later than I was supposed to be, and it took such a long time to just go, which normally those levels are just met within a macro and maybe half an hour later, but this just really took, and I was like, what the hell? And then I was up, I think it was up $1,000, but I didn't get out, and then I had to, and then it slammed back up, and I was literally back to zero, and I was like, what? Then I went back up again, and I was like, oh my God. And I think I normally I pass my, on FOMCs are my evaluation passing trades. I just, and I didn't even manage, I still not need $500 to get to pass it. But I thought, I'm fed up. I'm going out of it. I'm not even going to try to get that five. I'm back up again. Never mind. So that was something really for me also, and I really got annoyed, and it was like, oh, and I don't know. It's just really. So this is just for me now, paper trading and just watching and just preparing myself for the 8:30 move, because I do think we might get some low at some point. It's Thursday. I like Thursdays. We might get some low resistance. I mean, where are the days that we had low resistance liquidity on? Where are those days? They are non-existent. So even FOMC didn't really move like a low resistance liquidity run to the downside. It moved, but really weird. So I don't know. It's just it's just more challenging, guys. So if you're struggling, I think everyone is struggling, and especially if you're not a scalper. Like I'm not a scalper. You're struggling. I think scalpers. I mean, they're already used to taking short trades. It's scalpers' paradise. But I think also for I'm wondering, how do you scalpers? How did it change for you, or did not anything change because you're already scalping? I'm just curious, but uh, uh, yeah, I think so too. But I wonder if still things have changed for them as well. But I'm seeing the scale. I can see the ranges. Like for example, that you can. Oh, look at this move to the downside. Wow, you see? Wow, it tapped into exactly 1/3 level here, and it rejected off this. This is a level of opening, an old opening range gap, guys. I still don't trust it. I still don't. Okay, that would have taken me out of my trade. Well, the thing is, Michael, I actually stopped scalping because I got like a message that I was too fast in my trades from, I wasn't funded next. So I stopped scalping, and I focus more on my larger distribution trades, because when I scalp, I tend to, apparently I got in and out more quickly, and then I was nervous that, oh my God, maybe I'm under the 10 seconds or 20 seconds. And so actually that's the reason I stopped doing it. But this is the FU, an FU candle DBT, and now it's going to F up all the shorts, or it's going to go lower. I don't know. I don't care, to be honest. I mean, it looks like. I mean, I guess it's going to continue the distribution. You would think, right? That was a lot. How large was this move? So for me, guys, when I say I'm not going to anticipate, I'm so happy when I see this. I'm like, okay, I'm so happy that I'm not in it. Wow, 94, almost 100 points in. Wow. But logic, we're still below 3 o'clock. We're still below midnight. Um, we went lower than 50% of the order block. We already disrespected the inversion, the 4 hour fair value gap. Now I want to point out why the 1 hour is larger, but I always use the smaller one because if the 4 hour is disrespecting, the 1 hour, the 1 hour will disrespect, so you get your information sooner, right? So that's why I use the smaller one here, even though the 1 hour is larger. You can see the 1 hour, you would have put it from here to here, but I just wanted to see if the 4 hours already not working. The 1 hour also will fill, most likely. This looks bearish again. Yeah, it's just hanging. It's horrible, right? Yeah, there's no intelligent. I don't think. Yeah, guys. I mean, just don't bother until wait after until news. NQ needs a laxative, needs some medication. It's schizophrenic at the moment. It's a little bit cuckoo. Just it's aggressive. You can't trust it. Is that like your ex that you really always tries to reel you back in, but once you're back in, it will again treat you like shit. It's that ex. It will lie to you again. It's gonna steal your money. It's the expensive ex that never gives you anything back but only steals from you. That's NQ right now. Lying and cheating. I would say we're below 50%. I'm going to take this one off. Um, we tap into a level of that. So I think I would say maybe we are going to tap into this old fair value gap here, old London fair value gap. Oh, we're above 50% anymore then. Sleepy Joe time was much easier. Yeah. I don't think it has anything to do with I don't know. I wonder. Yeah, it was. Yeah, but you know what? I think once everything is over, I think we might get such a nice market. I think it's just. I think it's just a mess at me, and then Yeah, guys, I'm going to. The gardeners are coming, and then I need to do some stuff before that. Um, yeah, everything is. I think both runs are sort of fake, to be honest. But I'm going to leave it here. Any questions, guys? You too, DBT. Stay safe. Wait until the news. Again, we have news. We've got two news candles, right? You've got one at 8:30, red and orange, and also at 10 o'clock, orange new home sales again. But the biggest one will be the 8:30 candle, and that will be nice to see what it's going to do, and then we'll reassess. Hopefully, then I'm open up to everything, guys. I'm not closing up my mind. Um, I'm just going to try to be open for any scenario, and then just see what the 8:30 move is giving us. I don't know. We could be in for a large surprise. We'll see. Yeah, I'm just talking and just going over my mindset. But I mean, it has been really tough and for me. It's been. Hey, Michael, thank you. But for me, in all honesty, this price action really drains me. And yesterday, I wrote it in my journal. I said I started to really dislike the price action. So either I need to either trade something else or just maybe stop. I literally thought maybe I should just stop looking at the market for a while until things get different. That's what I wrote down, and I never wrote that down, to be honest. So yeah, that's why I just didn't feel like putting any trades on besides paper trading, and I'm happy because I've been stopped out literally all the time. I don't care, but yeah. So guys, stay safe. For those who did well today, kudos to you, and don't give any money back to the markets because you did really, really well in a very challenging market. Yeah, I'm gonna go find a job at McDonald's. I think I prefer that right now. Yeah, it's just Haney. I agree. I totally agree. And it's just I don't know. It's just Haney. How many years have you been in the market? You are also one of the I don't want to say dinosaurs, but you're also many years, right? And I guess I mean I've heard so many people that have been so long in the market really say I've never seen anything like this. And even people that have been 30 years, they said this is really one of the first times that they're experiencing this market like the way it is right now. So, but anyway, guys, I'll see you guys later. You know where to find me. Oh, are you just in a? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I thought you were in. I thought you were really in a long time. Okay, okay. You just traded a year. Are you kidding? Wow. Okay, well, my bad. Sorry about that. Okay, so our trader, well done, by the way. Were you? I can't remember. I think you took a trade already, or was that yesterday? But last year I came into few. Oh, okay, gotcha. I gotcha. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, guys, stay safe and don't give any money to this bad ex. I'll see you soon. I'll see you tomorrow in London again. Ciao, ciao.